Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. This weekend and the next will be very sacred for music lovers the world over. Some of them humming gospel hymns to mark the birth and resurrection of Jesus H. Christ tomorrow, Easter Sunday, while many, many more will be absorbing the rhythms of the most coveted music festival on planet Earth, returning after a 3-year hiatus in the land of eternal sun, sunny Southern California. And that, my friends, would be, yes, Coachella. And by the way, this will mark the first time we're doing a Coachella-related video around here. And there's good reason for that. The central reason for the return of Coachella is, let's get back. If there's one thing we learned from 2 years of living with this pandemic on our hands, we learned how to get back to where we once belonged. Together. And I'm pretty sure that Coachella, being one of the most communal combinations of food, fashion, and of course, music, all around, will be one of the flagship representations of that sorely missed communal culture. As long as the headliners and the audience and Coachella staffers don't provoke the cancel culture battalion once again. The very thought of attending Coachella would send a jolt of electricity up your spinal tap, wouldn't it? So what do you say we turn it up not 11 but 12 notches? And why 12 instead of 11? Well, we like to take a page out of the nostalgia critic's playbook. We like to go one step beyond. And who better to take us that one step beyond than my girl, Rachael Ray, and a special music issue of her EveryDay magazine. The June 2018 issue, which I picked up for 50% off the price of $1.49, nurses their way through the music festivals, great eats and beats at not only Coachella, but the Bonnaroo Music Festival, New York's Governor's Ball, Austin, Texas's very own South by Southwest, where Rachael sets up shop year after year for her very own Feedback Music Festival, and many more. And because this is summer-based, this contains all the yummy summer food you can devour in one sitting, or in this case, one reading. Tipsy tequila shrimp, Baja-style fish tacos, and the zesty, honey, hibiscus ice pops, among other delicious-sounding recipes that go way beyond seafood, mind you. So, without further ado, let's turn this over and turn it up with summer's greatest hits. Remember mixtapes, all your favorite songs all in one place so you can play, flip, and then play some more? These recipes are like that. An awesome collection of tasty recipes and dishes that you'll want to make over and over. Like this first one, tropical chicken with mint rice. That will take 25 minutes to make and serves 4. Pineapple and fresh mint give simple chicken breast a summery makeover. We also have here a creamy avocado cilantro dip. This almost instant app is great for a last-minute party or for nibbling poolside. Hey, you might be doing this in the spring, but it's never too early to start thinking about summer. We also have hearty paprika burgers, a spice patty, a special sauce, and sky-high toppings. Your backyard barbecue is about to get a whole lot better. Once the weather eventually warms up for the long time, of course. We have here a grilled ratatouille panini. Turn your grill to panini press with this veggie-packed Sammy. It's also a great way to use up all that zucchini. Believe me, Remy the Rat would be proud, as would Chef Gusto. And if you don't get that reference, my friend, you are not a pop culture fan. Disney Pixar's Ratatouille, of course. It's an Oscar winner. Here we have pistachio-crusted chicken breast. Pistachios give this chicken a crunchy crust that also happens to be gluten-free and protein-rich, and as the people who brand pistachios would say, wonderful. Bye-bye, breadcrumbs. Hello, delicious flavor. Finally, for the greatest hit section we have, chorizo hash and eggs. Vacation is the right time to perfect your breakfast or brunch game. Consider this assignment number 1, even though it's the last assignment featured in this greatest hits section. That's an assignment that anybody should master and ace immediately. Of course, no EveryDay with Rachael Ray issue is official without 30-minute meals. This month, Rachael is dialing up the flavor with spicy and fun foods to cook while listening to music that's way too loud. Turn up the volume. We have some Baja beer battered fish tacos to get us started. We also have spicy spinach pasta with chili, preserved lemons, and pistachios. The Sicilian and Rachel loves this eat your vegetables and greens are good for you pasta. She could eat the whole pound herself. And maybe she did. Oh, and about that music, pick any recipe and pair it with a rockin' playlist curated by Rachel's husband, himself a rock star with the band The Cringe, John Cusimano. That's at rachaelraymac.com/Spotify. I'll zoom in for you right now. If you want that URL, and of course, if I can find it, we'll link it in the description. If they still have their very own Spotify playlist. But I'm pretty sure you guys can come up with some great music and food pairings for this magazine. And this magazine will give you some suggestions on those pairings. We'll show you them all. We also have chicken and chili fried rice, hard shell red-eye tacos, curry spiced fried green tomatoes with cucumber, jalapeno, wata, with DIY curry powder, Boilermaker buffalo strip and corn on the cob with blue cheese butter, flank steak with tzatzito, shiso, salsa verde, and a beet carpaccio. Hainer steak with scallions and lime and underberry, Indian-style scrambled eggs. And finally, baked chilaquiles with tipsy tequila shrimp. And no, folks, I'm not tipsy myself. I don't drink. I want to have autism, so sometimes I mispronounce words. That's chilaquiles, and we have spaghetti carbonara with mushrooms. And now, for a consecutive feature, which definitely deserves to be put under the limelight, we got the beats. Food and music are two of life's great pleasures. Put them together and you've got a full-on sensory feast. Festive show. Whether you're looking to refuel between sets, snap the most grabbable treats, or mingle backstage with chefs, this is your food field guide to the foodiest music festivals around. Like the Firefly Music Festival in Dover, Delaware, the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival in, what else? New Orleans, the Governor's Ball in New York City, the Bonneville Music and Arts Festival in Manchester, Tennessee, the Windy City Smokeout in Chicago, San Francisco's Outside Lands Music and Arts Festival, South by Southwest, which includes Rachael Ray's very own Feedback Fest, and of course, the big one in Indio, California, going on this weekend and the next, featuring headliners such as Harry Styles, Academy Award winner Billie Eilish, and Academy Award nominee of all people, Danny Elfman. Go fig. I'm talking the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival. I don't vibe with Coachella that much, but you know what? If it gets me closer to that hottie Vanessa Hudgens, who many proclaim is the queen of Coachella fashion, so be it. I'll mostly just come for the food. And if somebody pays me to cover it as a freelance media journalist intern, whatever. For each of the festival listed, they list 3 criteria here. The vibe, the general mood, ambience, and as I said earlier, the communal culture of the festivals. The tunes, the variety of the tunes, we're talking hip-hop, country, rock, pop, very eclectic and diverse. And that also applies to the eats. So vibe, tunes, and eats, the different types of foods, the meals and dishes that they serve, either in food trucks or, well, somewhere else, in food stands, tents, carts, wherever. However you get your grub on at any of these festivals, you'll also want to take into account these star snacks. When musicians pull into town for a gig, they're not just bringing amps and backup dancers with them. They come with tour riders. The list of demands ranges from fresh flowers and framed portraits to, of course, food. Here are the reported snack asks from 10 picky performers. Cornish game hens from the Foo Fighters. I need to say R.I.P. Taylor Hawkins. A large layer cake from Steve Aoki. Rihanna, who likes regular and flaming hot Cheetos. Jack White's homemade guacamole. Super ultra mega congrats, by the way, on one of the coolest weddings we've seen on a rock and roll stage. Mariah Carey's fried chicken, Action Bronson, who is now a food host on Viceland, with seasonal fruit. Kanye West slushy machines, oh screw you Kanye West. Ludacris, 12 assorted Minute Maid juice boxes. Justin Bieber, a large pack of Swedish Fish. Again, screw you Justin Bieber. Adele, mini chocolate bars and European lagers. European. I like your opinion on what type of lager you would bring to a music festival if you do happen to sway that way. And Lady Gaga, red and white wines and a cheese plate. Down here we have Bottle Rock. Master Sommelier Laura Fioravanti drinks her way through the good and bad musician-made vino. Those are star-recommended vino suggestions. Those vino suggestions are all well and dandy, but hey, vino without substantial nos of any kind is like Sonny without Cher, or in this case, Billy without Phineas. It just doesn't feel complete. Thereby, you need some hit recipes to go along with those spirits. And so we have 4 highly spirited celebrity recipes. First up, Florida Georgia Line with their FGL House Salad. This is Coolio's Fresh Pickin' Raspberry Chicken. We also have Zach Brown's Heavenly Cracked Corn. And finally, Patti LaBelle with her legendary viral sweet potato pie. Down here, we have an Insta-famous timeline. Feast your eyes on photogenic snacks and sips from the coolest music fests around. We have here a couple from Coachella, down below. The iced matcha latte from the matcha bar, and Sweet Comfort's Wapple Pop. We also have from the Governor's Ball in New York City, a sushi burrito from Uma Timakorea, and mozzarella sticks from Big Mox at Electric Zoo in New York City. Funny, last time I checked, Electric Zoo was just the name of a song on SpongeBob SquarePants.
Hey, that's pretty catchy. Beep, beep, boop, bop, beep, beep, boop, beep.
I didn't know it had its own music festival in the Big Apple. Oh well. One more feature in here. Jams from EveryDay's Test Kitchen. They test more than 50 recipes for each issue, so naturally, they need a little musical inspiration to keep them walking and chopping. In addition to songs to sing in the shower, their favorite Spotify playlist of all time, they curated their own selection of Test Kitchen jams that they listen to on repeat. And these are the songs: Despacito by Louis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee with Justin Bieber, Sia's Chandelier, Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, Toto by Africa, which I best recognize from Family Guy, Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars, a classic, Man Eater by Hall & Oates, Daryl Hall, John Oates, Maroon 5's Moves Like Jagger, Charlie Puth's Attention, and of course, the breakup anthem to end all breakup anthems, sorry Taylor Swift, But I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor is a survivor itself and is the supreme breakup anthem, even though I don't listen to it that much. You can find all these tunes and more playlists from this issue at the URL, which I will try to link below if it still exists, RachelRayMag.com/Spotify. Cool tunes and even cooler recipes, which stretch way beyond the 2 recipe-centric features that I highlighted in this video, Summer's Greatest Hits, and of course, 30-minute meals. With something for the upcoming graduates, high school and college, something for the dads out there, a burger of the month, something for the kiddos. I'd say, just like Coachella and all of the great music festivals of this country, this is as eclectic and electric as it's ever gonna get. I'm awarding it 5 out of 5 claps. If you can't make it to Coachella, then take heart of this issue. It is simply stellar. Thanks for watching TSR. Now to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the thrift side.